Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. There seems to be a hole over there. Now, I pretty much didn't do much on my way, but if you just saw from that little thing there, I have found diamonds. More diamonds, lots more diamonds, ha 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 ha. Anyways, that EU splitter cable, apparently I repicked it up from last episode and didn't realize it, so to be fair, I dropped it. So I'm just going to take some of the valuables from these chests to make sure that I can actually use them later on. Most of this stuff I cannot pick up right away though, seeing as I don't really have much inventory space for it. That's the price to pay. Anyways, I'm just going to go up and... Whoa, what the heck are you doing? Stupid torch. Just going to go up here, back into the world, and maybe we can do some fun stuff today. Okay, from last episode, pretty much the only thing I did was I actually put stuff in this macerator, and it is currently working its little arse off, and it is just being a perpetual machine of awesomeness. But beyond that point, I think what we're going to need to do is actually use this furnace to actually do some fun stuff, such as maybe making some smooth stone so that I can, make smooth stone. Just for the purpose of making smooth stone. Deal with it. I'm for now going to put my diamonds in there until I have a very good use for them. I do think I have many uses for them, but currently none that will be worthy of their awesomeness, so I'm just going to lay off them for now. And all these tools, yeah, let's sort our inventory for once. Okay, that seems good to go, so how about we start off right away by taking some useless junk and putting it in our inventory. We're gonna need some glass, but considering the fact that we have a lot of stuff to work with, that shouldn't be too bad. Now, where is my glass? Glass. We got sand. I guess we can just make some more ferni. For now, the non-electric variety. And then work on that. And by that little plick and etc., you can tell that the system is actually picking up the charcoal. So that's good. If we look into here, 17 charcoal and some random junk. Oops, did I do that? Anyway, so one thing that I think I'll edit right away. We don't have anything in there whatsoever, so what we'll edit is the fact that we need a gold pipe. Yes, that's what we need. We need a few gold pipes, so let's get that. We got glass here, so let's take our gold and put it somewhere where it hurts. Too much? Yeah, probably. Okay, where's my redstone torches? Another thing that we can make eventually is an actual sorting room instead of this jumble of nonsense that I currently have at my disposal. Now, one thing I want to see is how fast, what type of velocity that these get when it has a golden pipe instead of the other stuff. So let's get our stone pipe, because that's the only thing we'll use, and we'll put that. Now, there's two possibilities. One, it'll speed up and try to go up there, or two, it'll actually be sane and go in a proper place. Now, let's do this in the meantime. We might as well have some fun with it. Not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna have to wait for this to fill up all the way before we can... I'm gonna really have to fix this hole. We're gonna have to wait for that to fill up all the way before we can actually see something, but it'll be pretty quick. So that's 62 already, so 63. I'm guessing it's gonna need another one. It's gonna go up and launch down and stay like that. But I'm hoping that it'll just shoot out when it sees that it can't do anything. Okay, it shoots out. That's actually very good. So we don't even need that engine right there, technically. So if we turn that off, yep, that's good. So we don't need that engine and we can thus get rid of it. And it, funnily enough, got caught up in the motion. Okay, so I'm gonna, for a bit more, just stay like this because, heck, I'm lazy. But in the meantime, I learned that basically if we have these macerators going constantly with the electric furnace and etc., the generator almost just gets enough energy into this bat box. So it, on net, siphons a little from it. So these three macerators are pretty much what we're going to be using. Now, this is going to be an annoyance. We're going to have to get rid of this redstone because we have no possibility that we'll be able to use this for a while, but we'll still keep that there just in case. So most of the network will keep up just in case that we actually find a use for it later. But what I want to do is be able to make some sort of automatic station for which we can take items out and put into the macerator, which should be a lot more clean than my current operation. So we're going to need to get the wooden pipes, and we're going to need our 3 redstone thingamabobbers. Yes, technical name is thingamabobbers. You might want to look that up on the wiki. If you doubt me, it's probably because you're just horrible. Okay, this is a sucky situation for this. So we're going to have to take that off, turn that on again, maybe alter the configuration until we actually get... that's actually a horrible place for that. We'll keep that going, and we'll just have to... no way to stop that from inputting, so... heck, why not? There we go. It'll keep on going and going and going for a while. In the meantime, how come you're like that? Do you deliberately try to annoy me? Probably. Notch? Why? Why? It's actually probably not Notch. Actually, it isn't Notch. So anyways, let's move onwards. We'll put these here. Oh, come on. That's just not fair. Sigh. Maybe we can move the macerator over one, and I am fixing that floor. Gosh dang it. I am definitely fixing that floor. At least enough so that I don't fall constantly. That'll be good enough. Okay, so a facade would probably fix this issue of being connected, but we currently do not have a facade, so we're going to probably have to just live with this. Now, actually, probably, even though it is going to be a waste of energy, we can just move over one of our macerators over to here instead. Waste of energy? Yes, it is. So let's pick the... And I thought I timed it correctly. Apparently I didn't. Okay. Take you. And thank goodness I didn't get a bad one from it. We'll place you down, you'll charge up, and then we'll get you going again. Sure, why not? Let's go with that. Okay, so now we're going to have to put the proper engine on them and etc. So proper engine will go here. We can probably compact it later, and you're deliberately... Bah! There we go. Okay. So pipes going there, we'll have that going there, we'll have that going there. This will have to go to some other thing. And I'm not sure how long this thing is going to last, but I guess it can't be helped. Okay, and we'll have this probably going off into the Merry Blue yonder. Maybe if that works. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, that'll speed it up and bring it off to whatever sorting facility or chest that we decide to bring it to. So how about for now we bring this off into... Ew. Yeah, at least that's working partially. Didn't want it to work right away, but I guess that will have to do. Okay, we're going to have to also turn this on and this on. Might as well. And let's have a stopping block at least. And let's have an intermediate chest for now so that it doesn't actually go into anything because we want it to be able to be used later. And items despawning, I don't know about you, but it's kind of bad for business. Then again, I'm not too employed right now, so it doesn't matter. Carry on. Okay, so that's going, that's good. Now, what I really am interested in is pretty much an automatic filling. So, for instance, when this is done, it will actually continue instead of just being over. So, a few ways we can do that is one of them, which we're going to actually employ right now, is to use some more of those Buildcraft hoppers. That'll probably be the best bet, but it's not going to be our final option. The second thing is to use some sort of, not quite a buffer system, but I like to call it more of a recapture system, so that it actually recaptures items that cannot go in the desired destination. Okay, we did have more ores, so let's just put this into this macerator, and then that'll continue. Now this is a perpetual machine and will continue, so I'm not worried about supplying it. That being said, I'm going to put that there. 40. Woohoo. Okay. So, hopper. Yes, hopper. Okay, we're going to need 3 hoppers. I think 3 will be good. We have enough for 3 hoppers as well, so that's even better. So, 3 chests. Okay, we got the 3 chests. We're going to need to get 3 gears. So this will be enough for 4 gears. We'll save one of them later. Nah. We'll actually make torches with this. Torch! Yay, finally. Woohoo! Light up the world! Anyways, going onwards. Making stone gear because that's what we need. Now bring these here. And we got 3 hoppers. That will be a perfect amount for now. Okay, that's done. We'll put some more into it. Yeah, 10. And this will fill up and everything. And we'll expand this slightly, and it's not letting me jump when there's that, like, okay, that's rather annoying, but I guess there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, now stop saying okay so we can actually do our job. Okay, sorry, I had to say that one more time. Now we're going to do something similar to what we had before with the obsidian. So we'll have an obsidian right there and right there also, so that we'll be able to continually supply this. From where, we'll have to see. Now the obsidian, these pipes will have to be directed to another location with which we can resupply it. Now let's break this open so that we can actually walk out into it, because it's probably a little annoying if we can't actually work in the area that we're working in. You know, all the normal stuff. So this is going to be powered, and that'll be the input pipe, but we're also going to have these pipes go somewhere else as well. So the input, I think, will have like coming from a different floor. And maybe we'll have the output coming from going to a different floor instead of where it's currently going, which is pretty much nowhere. Nom nom nom. So if this is going out there, then what I think we'll have is this have an iron pipe instead, and I wish it didn't, do double tapping or whatever. Can I? No, I can't. Stupid thing. There we go. And this will have to go to a different location. And we'll have to light this place up afterwards, but no matter. Okay. So actually, what we'll do is bring it down into here. We'll have a buffer chest, and we'll need some more pipes, so we might as well get those. This is the stone. The stone is done. I heard a sizzling for a second. That was like, oh no, what is a creeper doing in here? I don't want creepers right now. Ah! Ooh. Anyways, yeah, buffer chest. That's what I was gonna get. Buffer chest, buffer chest, buffer chest. And we're gonna need another engine, so we're going to need to make a few more pistons. So let's actually make the pistons first. I think 6 pistons will be good. Nah. 6 pistons, here we go. And we'll go with this. Okay. This will be enough of those, and we'll need some more wood. So if we put this like this, we'll get that and this, and we don't have any glass, do we? Yes, we do. Woohoo! And I got more experience. That's probably something I should create. Yeah, I'll get onto that afterwards, maybe. Okay, pistons here, check. And we'll put you in the tools chest for now, and with some of our wood. And we did not make the thing that's most important. Okay, so here we go. Yes, this is mildly confusing, but I'm hoping that once we get all of this sorted... Haha, sorted. See, I made a punny. Once we get all this sorted, it'll make a lot more sense. Now, to hide everything, I think we'll put something to power this block. No, we can't. Oh well. Derp. Herpa-derp. That'll work. And one of those. Maybe we can make it a little more graceful later. Okay, so all of this goes into this one chest, which is going to have another wooden transport pipe, and this will go there. That items cannot go that way, so we'll go this way instead. And we'll have an engine here taking all the items out. Oh, you're actually powered. Son of a gun. Wait, how are you even powered? Never mind, I'm not even going to... Oh, ha, that's perfect. I didn't even plan for that. There's actually that little torch underneath there, and I just unpowered it, didn't I? Well, that's less than perfect. La. Let's repair the damage that I just inflicted on my machine. There we go. Okay, so that's going, and we got our last few pipes that will go here and here. Okay, so this thing probably looks disastrous currently, and that's because it does look disastrous, but it does actually have a purpose, which, it's kind of good that machines actually have a purpose. Now, normally with red power, what red power pipes, or tubes rather, have the ability to do, as many of you already know, is that when an item attempts to go into a system, it does not go if there is no room whatsoever. So, if you have, say, a stack of cobble and this is completely filled with cobble or whatever, it'll just go through in a tube network, bounce, and not even go there. It might not even go there, it's a lot more smart. Now, buildcraft pipes, on the other hand, cannot do that, unfortunately. What they do, though, is, if it's not logistics pipes, that is, when it goes through, it will empty out of the pipe using the velocity that it had. Now, this thing, what it does is pretty much you have an input coming in from there. That's supplying all the cobble, ores, etc. that you want to use. It'll go in, it'll speed along using the golden pipe after going through the iron pipe, and go into this junction. It has 3 separate ways, and it'll choose each way with the exact same probability. Thus, eventually, evenly, it will go to all 3. Now, if this is entirely filled with cobblestone or whatever that you're using, it won't bounce back or anything. What it'll do is it'll speed out because of the golden pipe into this obsidian pipe. It'll be picked up, and then it'll go to this chest. Now, this chest is really special in the fact that it's pretty much a buffer. So if you send too many items, what it'll do is continually try to take items out of this buffer chest. So say we have cobblestone of some sort, it'll try to take the item out. So one of it got taken, it'll speed it along, and if it can't find anywhere, it'll just put it out one of the ends. It does find somewhere right in the center one right here, because there's actually room in the system. Now let's say we actually have all of these filled with cobblestone, and we say want to macerate smooth stone for some reason. What will happen is that it won't be able to go if this test actually works. It won't go, it'll speed through, not go into any of them because there's no available inventory, speed out, go back into the buffer chest, and it'll continually do that cycle until it can find an area. Now I don't think it'll even attempt to go into the center one, though I could be wrong. If it does, there might be an issue with that. But it'll just continually do the cycle. Now if we put a bunch of smooth stone in, we'll be able to see this a lot better. So it goes out, goes into the left one. This one will probably go somewhere else. And it'll continue to do that until this is filled. Now, ideally, you wouldn't want to use smooth stone because, well, smooth stone can't be used for anything. So we'll just take the smooth stone out eventually when it all goes out of this system. Good. Now we'll want to fill it with something that's actually useful instead of all this cobblestone. Maybe we can use cobblestone, like get a lot of cobblestone, because we do have a lot of that stupid stone. But I digress. This system is working. We just need to tidy up this place for obvious reasons and maybe use something to actually make this into actual stuff. We do have a lot of coal dust, so we can probably use that into other machines. Now, speaking of which, we need to make other machines. Let's check our diamond recipe. A diamond recipe requires what? Compressor for coal chunk, which requires to compress a coal ball. So we need a compressor. So if we go back, we just need the compressor. So let's check for what a compressor requires. A compressor requires stone, which we got, electronic circuit, and a machine block. Do we have any refined iron currently? Well, we do have refined iron. It's not the most useful of such, but we do have refined iron. And this is starting to climb steadily because we don't have anything using the electric furnace. Maybe we can use something for the electric furnace. I think we have enough charcoal though, so we can just keep that going, powering these 3 machines. But we will need to get that thing. So let's sleep, get our extraction tool of choice, which is right here, and get some resin. So we do have a lot more trees than we did before. Burning skeleton, haha. Always brightens up my day when I see a skeleton burning in the sunlight. I don't know. Well, it's really bright, so what do you expect? Don't shoot at me, bro. Just die already. Okay, so got some of this. There's probably a lot of... Oh, that was a creeper behind me. Oh, joy. I'm just gonna go this way really quickly. Run. Haha. Okay. Maybe we have apples that we can get, or actually a squeezer might be of some use, though we don't currently have any use for a squeezer. Okay. Creeper, why are you creeping? Don't you dare. Hiya! Okay, there we go. Now, let's see how much we have in here. We got a lot of stuff. More apples, with which we can use. Some bog earth, which I think we need. So let's just put it in there so it actually puts it in. And this system is currently working perfectly, so I don't have to worry too much. Now, it might have used all of the sand that it currently has. We'll have to check that chest, which is right here. Yep, it has used all of its sand, so we can later refill it, but we currently don't really need to. And that's going along pretty well. Now, if there was a way to turn our charcoal into coal, that'd be very useful. I don't think there is, so we shouldn't even bother thinking about doing stuff like that. But another sorting room would probably be in our best interest. Now, this is out, so we should get it doing something useful. Maybe getting some sand. And we're going to need some automatic smelting room. Now, this is a perpetual machine, so we should probably keep this as its independent power supply and just feed wood in so that it can continually get wood. That sounded a lot worse when I said it out loud, I have to say. Okay. So, feed this into here. So, eventually what we're going to need to do is make some sort of automatic system. Not automatic, what am I even talking about? This thing is automatic enough as it is. What we're going to want to do is make an actual other energy system, because this one is perpetual enough, and if we even bother messing with it, well, there's no point with messing with it, so we shouldn't even bother doing so. So what I think we'll do is just tidy up this area, take a few of these items, maybe have this actually send to an actual location instead of just throwing out into the wall, and maybe just plug up the rest of this so we don't actually fall down anywhere, and hopefully, I say this really loudly, hopefully nothing spawns down there, which, knowing my luck, is probably going to happen. So what we're going to need to do eventually is actually have this have some sort of input. So just having it like this is probably not the best, considering that we actually need items to go from the top into it. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll definitely do that. And I just need to finish making it pretty. Hooray, hurrah, needs more work. Whatever. Okay. So all this is going to need to go to a different sorting room, which we're going to need to cut into the rock. Now, I don't see any... Currently, this is 4 high. If we break into the ceiling, that's probably going to be good. This perpetual motion machine... Perpetual motion? Not really perpetual motion, but I digress. We can just... Let's build a staircase, go up, mine out a bit of the area, and then move base into a more scenic area. Not really scenic. Maybe we can actually have windows. Yay, yay, yay. Yes, I just jumped around like a total retard. Deal with it. And let's go digging. Okay, now I am definitely seeing why so many people love this dang drill so much. Now, while digging up the upper level, I pretty much found a nice scenic way to tumble down. So basically, I'm gonna put another door on here, and so if an armada of creepers somehow find their way to one of the doors, I'm gonna have an exit plan. Also, I can consider it my back door, seeing as it's closer to the back. Anyways, I'm going to need to start routing in basically how to explain this. I'm gonna need to route in an awesome, so that might take a bit. Route in an awesome. That is bad grammar. Okay, let's try to get this. Okay, it's negative 164, and also it is 123, so negative 191. No, okay. 164191. So we can find where that pipe is by going to those coordinates. 164 191. There it is. Haha, found it. Woot. There. And maybe make it a bit bigger so that I can get back there just in case. Now, currently, it doesn't have any purpose whatsoever. That is how I like it. So what I'm going to do is bring up a bunch of wood, probably make a lot more chests, and maybe make a better sorting area. Now, we do have these engines, which we're going to use to our fullest extent by actually making a small sorting system. Now, it's not going to be the best in the fact that, well, it's with just standard Buildcraft pipes. So we're going to have to use a bunch of diamond pipes, and I'm going to really say this, a bunch of diamond pipes. And we're also going to have some form of energy networking as well. So it won't just be random stuff all strewn around the place to pick up. It's actually going to have some form of automation. So we don't have any wood. I know how to remedy that. Stop it, Way. Stop it, Way. Corny, corny, corny. I'm not going to say what that rhymes with. Okay, going onwards, we can go to get some of our wood from here, and it seems like our bog earth supply is just running out. No, it isn't. It's just slow as heck. Slow as peat. Or pitch. Ooh, pitch. That'd be amazing. Yes. Now that I actually went onto this curve, I might as well continue with it. Pitch is quite an interesting material. Now, it's not ever going to be in Minecraft because of how interesting it is. Insert joke about Minecraft not being interesting whatsoever. Anyways, going onwards before I make a total fool of myself, too late, let's go onwards. So, pitch is actually a liquid. That's not the interesting part of it. What is interesting with it is the fact that it is the most viscous liquid there is while still being classified as a liquid. It is at room temperature pretty much a solid, but it's not a solid in the fact that they actually ran an experiment with this wonderful, wonderful liquid, and all they did was just put pitch in the funnel, and then watched it flow down. So, picture this. There's a funnel, there's this liquid, air quotes, in it, and they did an experiment to see how long it would take to drip. So, seeing this liquid that you could smash into shards using a hammer, they want to see what it's like when it actually drips. Now, the problem with the experiment is that at the university they were doing it, they decided to install air conditioning in the room that they were doing the experiment. Pause for laughter. Now, that's probably one of the most ridiculous oversights I've heard of, but there's probably more. But I won't go into those. So, let's actually do some Minecraft related stuff. Now, it's going to be a simple storage system that I'm going to do, and it's going to pretty much be flush with this wall. So let's just make a bazillion chests because, hey, why not? So, like, how many will this give? 16 chests. That'll be enough. Will 16 chests be enough? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I'll at least be able to tell where everything is. Okay, so the chests will be pretty much flush, quote unquote, on the wall like this. So what we'll want to have is some sort of chest, where centralized chest, where we put all of the items into, like say here, for example. Nah, can't be there. I'll probably want to have this centralized chest way over here so that we can actually do some more interesting stuff with the routing of more precious materials. Like cobble. Yes, cobble is classified as a precious material because I said so. Let's widen out this area slightly. So, we'll start pretty much with a chest that will go here. And behind it, woo, that's very fast. Fast, 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 woohoo. Yay. Okay, I am being a little distracted by its awesomeness. So, let's see. Cobblestone will pretty much want... Let's start with the actual taking out of the items. So we have the engines that will be here. And it'll be golden pipe speeding it along into the merry way and blue yonder and etc. etc. Anyways, so pretty much all of the let's try to explain this succinctly. Way that might be a good idea. Light. Yes, as I get distracted by the pretty lights. So, we'll want to pretty much have a lever that will sort the items. So, we have cobblestone, right? It's quite an interesting material in the fact that it does pretty much nothing. So, what we'll want is some sort of lever that will sort, air quotes, the cobblestone into the macerators instead. So, what we'll do is we'll have our 3 main routes that we'll choose, and making sure we have area to do so. This one will be our cobble. And we'll want it to either sort in this direction or this direction. So we'll pretty much just have this wooden pipe so that it can't go in the other direction. And this will go here. One of the directions will go back into the sorting area, for which it will do other stuff. That was very odd. Yeah, I'm not even going to point that out because of how odd it was. Okay. The pipe in my inventory was just jittering, and it was a little unnerving. Okay, so, moving onwards. What we'll pretty much want is that all the cobblestone will go in the yellow path. With me so far. Good. So, whenever it throws the items in this system, it'll just pull out all the items, and let's have this thing warm up for simplicity's sake. It'll pull out all the items, bring it down this way, and it'll either go in this way or the other way. Currently, we're going to have something like redstone torch of awesomeness to go on top of it. Let me place stuff on there. Thank you. Does this work? Does it rotate at all? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's actually rotate it in a direction and see if that does anything. No, it doesn't. Okay. So we'll pretty much have to have redstone go here and a lever that will pretty much just indicate which way you want it to go, which is simple enough. So we'll have the lever here. Let's have the lever here. So this lever will indicate the direction that we want the stupid thing to go. So we're going to need to get some redstone from downstairs. And just making sure I didn't have redstone in. Stop twitching! Rewind the video, see it twitch. I swear I'm not going crazy. Okay. So the redstone will go up here, and here, and here, and like that. So that'll turn it off, so when this is down, the stuff will go to the macerator instead. And this is probably going insane as well. Okay, good to know, good to know. And we'll take that out because it's going to just get on my nerves, so we'll have this go here instead. Here, and instead we'll have it join up here so that it doesn't get interfered with at all with the redstone. All the ores and precious materials, just the standard ores, will go in here so that they'll all join up and then go out into the pipe that will be over here. Simple enough. In theory. So we'll join that. Stop glitching on me. You're making me feel insane, which I probably am. And then we'll just have it join up, and of course we don't have enough pipes to demonstrate this, so I'm just going to do something like this. This will be redstoned a bit, so we'll just have that. We'll have this as well, just for fun, so that we can extend the pipes the appropriate amount. And then we'll just have to do this. Okay. So when that's flipped, all the cobblestone will go this way and do the standard sorting, go into a cobblestone chest that we'll have eventually. Whereas when we flip it this way, the cobblestone will go this way and go into the macerators. If it doesn't have any room for the macerators, it will, wait for it, go into the buffer chest so that it can be used later. Now we might need more than one solitary engine to make sure that all the items go quickly, but I guess that's for another time. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Nice to actually have coal for a change. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.